Hello Cancer, and welcome to your June reading. We have made it to the middle of the year, which is great. It's a chance, I actually think it's sort of like a clean slate. This is almost like New Year's in the middle of the year. You can see where you've been so far, and because we're halfway, if you don't like your present trajectory, it's a chance for you to shift and to maybe make some changes before the year is up. The great thing is we just got out of retrograde and retrograde shadow, so it's really a fertile and opportune time to make all of these shifts. So if I didn't mention it already, you can use this video for your sun, rising, and moon signs. With that being said, let's get into the channeled information. So every month I look at the various card decks that I have and I choose one for your sign, and while I'm shuffling and meditating on your sign, I usually get a download of information. So for you, there were two different downloads. I wrote down a card, then I ripped it up, and I'm like, there's two parts to it. So the first part of the download was about respect. You've already seen the top card, so it doesn't matter, or the top word. So the first word was respect, but I realized that it wasn't just about respect, it was how to get the respect. And I realized that the vehicle for you being able to manifest either getting respect in your life or being noticed or being showered with opportunity is to basically be as authentic and true to your word, to your vision, to your goals as possible. Because if people still do not react well to what you're doing, then it's a clear sign it's time to move on. If they do, then you have basically modeled what you were looking for rather than demanding it. Respect can't really be, it can't be bought and it can't be demanded. It has to be earned. And the best way to earn it is to respect yourself and to be true to yourself, okay? So those are two very strong things to think about this month. The authenticity is, it's gonna touch all parts of your life, from how you speak to basically how well you live up to what you say. So being careful about what you say about others, being careful about the verbal contracts and the written contracts that you engage in this month, because people are going to hold you to it. If you succeed, it's very good for you. If you don't, it's going to set up some challenges that will make gaining that respect much harder in the months to come. So consider yourself armed and ready to be successful. That's the purpose of the reading. So let's go ahead and shuffle the cards, and I'll talk a little bit while I'm doing that. For the new folks, as you've probably seen, this isn't just a typical tarot reading. I like to separate it into three parts. I channel some information at the beginning without the aid of cards. Then I take a look at a Celtic cross. And then I use oracle cards to look at health, wealth, love, and destiny. That gives you a really beautiful and full view, like a bird's eye view of what's going on in your life. So let's go ahead and put the cards down on the table, and then I'll pull a catalyst card, which connects everything together. And I'll describe that more in a moment when I pull it. So there's a lot of work at the beginning of the month and a little bit of exhaustion that I see towards week one. But wow, there's some great opportunities in the middle of the month for you. A chance to soar, to shine, to possibly move on for some of you. It could be a game changer, a career changer for many of you. I love this. Actually, I really love what I'm seeing. There's a little bit of, I guess it's trepidation or concern from your perspective. But when I look at the really pivotal major arcana cards, the Star, the Tower, the High Priestess, and then Strength. The Tower this month is, just like the Phoenix you see here, an opportunity. It's not a destructive force, but it is a big change, and change can be scary. Before I get into the reading too much, let's go ahead and pull that Catalyst card, which I just mentioned a moment ago. And as I said, the Catalyst not only is sort of like that igniting action for the month, but it also connects everything. So in many ways, I consider this one of the most important cards because it will set the tone. I'm using visual only cards this month, and I'll pull through intuition and meaning here. So what it's about this month is balance, and also making sure that you are not in any sort of codependencies this month. So if there are codependencies, the reason that they're showing up are so that you can take your power back, and that you can basically let the person or the situation balance itself out. You need to basically stop being a battery for some people. And for those of you that are kind of in a place where you feel like you have good limits and things are already kind of in a nice synergy. This is saying to work those positive changes that you've made and basically work them to your advantage. There's going to be a lot of opportunities with work and visibility, and I'll get into that in a moment. So two things here. Again, it's if there's a codependency, to release it, and if there's synergy, to basically take that and work with it so that it benefits you and everybody involved. Okay, as we look at the deck here, the crowning card caught my attention almost as quickly as the Tower did. Your crowning card this month is the Star. The Star is a beautiful card for anybody that's trying to make a major change, make an impact, to be visible, to be seen in an industry. So it doesn't matter what you do. This often comes up though for like writers, performers, anybody that's in the spotlight, but it can also be there for politicians, anybody that wants to make change in policy. Basically, be prepared to be put on the spot or to have something presented as a chance to either move up, move on, move out. I say that because in the near future we have the Tower. So the Star and the Tower together are actually quite beautiful forces, not unlike this sort of yin and yang visual that we're getting here with this card. So synergy can be your friend as long as you work with it this month. In your deep past, we have the Emperor, showing me that many of you did a lot of really great internal work over January, February, and March, and are sitting in a place of feeling that you're in control of your life. The hard work, though, has played a toll on some of you with the Five of Swords in reverse right at the center. We have Seven of Cups on top of that, which has sort of put some of you in a place of soul searching. So working hard, maybe not understanding where you're headed. Seven of Cups, opportunities on the horizon. Ace of Wands in reverse, showing exhaustion or frustration, or even stubbornness, and wondering, how can I get where I want to be? This is really a blessing in disguise, because the Star and the Tower are going to be that escape route that you're looking for. So in relationships, this could mean an end for something that had been going on for a long time. For those of you that maybe just met what feels like a soulmate, this could be a long-term partnership, but it's going to be a bumpy ride at the beginning here with the Tower card. And basically, as you traverse the next 3 months, be prepared for ups and downs. It's not going to be a steady course. With that being said, wow, it seems very fulfilling for some of you that take the risk. High Priestess is an elevated manifestation card, a little bit higher in the major arcana than the Magician, really tapping into intuition here and understanding a little bit more than the Magician, which can sometimes be a more instinctual card. This is great for psychic art, for creative endeavors, for those of you that want to start a family, or if you've stepped into a leadership role, it's going to show that you really understand what's coming next. You have a very good intuitive connection to the business and the marketplace. When I'm looking at your resources, they're a little bit tight this month. With the Five of Pentacles in reverse, and I kind of like the fact that we see both fire and stars here. It's about thinking your way out or innovating your way out of challenges. This is a long time ago. I think this was in the recession that we had around 2009 or something. But I remember back when Steve Jobs was still alive. Actually, there were two, and I think it was both. The one around 9/11 and then later in 2009. He said his way of getting out of recession was to innovate the company, basically for the company to put a lot of time in research and development. So rather than cut corners, he invested more in the possibilities. And I think as a note for you this month, don't sell yourself short. The card was reversed. Think about all of the potential. And if you're feeling a little bit exhausted, you know, this is about not necessarily burning the candle at both ends, but seeing that if it was a marathon that you were running, you're actually like the last mile. So just push a little bit more and it's going to break for you. And when I'm looking at hope and fear and also opportunity, we have the Strength card here, which is showing me that through perseverance, you're actually going to be in a very good place. Physically and mentally, you're a lot stronger than you think. And there may also be either a strong Leo in your life or a very strong woman, because for me, the Strength card is almost 9 times out of 10 a very strong feminist card. So if you are a woman and you were trying to make a change in your life, this card is saying, you've got it, you can handle this. If you're a male and this comes in your life, it's reminding you to kind of balance things out, because with that strong, assertive, feminine energy in the card, it means that you can be both a very strong leader, but also open and listening and still in charge. So it's about bringing your sensibilities into balance. Balance is really the key for your sign this month. And given that there's a lot of water and emotions, that makes sense here. Your final card is just that. We have the Two of Pentacles in reverse. So when I see this card, it means that it's an important time to look at your money, at your the energy that you're putting into relationships, that you're putting in between your work and your home life, making sure that all of that is in balance. If you can start to fix anything that is imbalanced or slightly off kilter, then again, I think you're going to set yourself on a positive direction for the next 6 months, and that's really the goal of all of this. So let's expand the forecast and look first at your health card. Health being mind, body, and spirit. I feel like it is all connected. So let's see what's coming through for mind, body, and spirit health. Your message this month is, actually there are two, because this one came face up and that never happens. So one is movement, and movement, or the river card here, is a complement to the tower card. And again, I just want to hold this one up because it's probably my favorite tower card that I have, I think. It's not scary, it shows opportunity, but listen, the phoenix goes through the fire, so it's not easy, but it's focusing, instead of on the fire, it's focusing on what looks like a doorway, but if you look really, really close, it's actually the tower itself. So we have the tower right up there, looking kind of like a door, but the idea is step through it, don't get sort of like destroyed by it. So much like transformation or death, it's something that you move through. So move, keep going, don't give up, and don't sit in a moment of feeling sad. And that's really, if we go back to the center card here, Five of Swords in reverse and the Seven of Cups, showing that you can sometimes get distracted. Keep moving, keep achieving what you need to achieve. And it's funny, I mentioned the word synergy earlier, and that really is going back to the synergy card here that I pulled for your catalyst. So if you are finding it difficult yourself to do something, it makes sense this month. Growth comes through partnership, not through independence. You are not an island. You're going to be working with a collection of like-minded individuals or energy. Okay, so we talked a lot about that. Let's take a look now at your wealth card. Wealth includes school and work opportunities, but it can also include where you want to grow a little bit. And by the way, with this being in your health sector, I almost forgot because we started talking about the bigger picture here. With health, I need you to, for those of you that work 10 hours and you sit behind a computer, you have to get outside or go to the gym and really move in cardiovascular exercise. Yoga won't cut it. It will help, but I need you to actually do more movement, and stretching, of course, can be part of that. So increase cardiovascular. And the other thing, lots and lots of leafy green vegetables this month. I want you to look at kale, at not just regular salads, but everything, even like seaweed. So look at the grocery store, go there and try lots of green stuff. I want you to have variety over the course of the month. So try new things, because the green man in many decks is the fool. So this is about incorporating variety in your diet, maybe talking to your doctor or dietitian and finding out what you can do to get more energy, since I'm seeing that you might have energy depletion this month. All right. Sorry, I had a second thought there and I had to get that out. So now let's take a look at your wealth card. And I literally had one fly up here, and it's this one. And we have support. So when it comes to your money this month, part of the reason that we're seeing cards like the Two of Pentacles, perhaps, which is a balance card, or the Five of Pentacles in reverse, which is showing not having as much as you want. It's also the Five of Pentacles as a health card, so we see support here. So if you You might have, if you're older and you're taking care of your parents, elder care, this could be what this is about, taking care of someone in need. Or if you're a parent and you have child care needs, a lot of your money could be going to support other people. It's hard to read that, but there it is. And so take care of yourself, make sure that you're also supporting and nurturing yourself as well. But the general note there is that this is a month when it looks like your physical health is okay, but you actually might be taxed by trying to help other people around you. With that being said, the support card also is encouraging you to ask for help if you need it. So whatever age you are and whatever situation you might be experiencing, don't let pride get in the way, and don't feel like you're alone, because the Five of Pentacles card is an isolated card, and a lot of times it has to do with broken relationships between parents and children. So this is a time to mend that if you can, or to find assistance elsewhere if your own family is letting you down. Again, if everything's well, then just take a look at your financial support. So whoever your advisor is, making sure that you're getting enough of what you need from them, and if not, finding someone that can support you in the proper way. So we looked at health, we looked at wealth. Let's now take a look at love and relationships. And your love card this month is magic manifestation, or magic manifesting. Your dreams, visions, and goals are becoming reality. Stay focused. So if you have ever done lucid, or if you've ever experienced lucid dreaming or experimented with it, then this is something you're familiar with. If you haven't, I want you to keep a dream journal this month. Really pay attention to the types of dreams you're having. The messages that you're going to receive in your dreams this month are going to be directly related to how you can either resolve issues in your love life, or to improve or welcome in healthier relationships as the months and weeks proceed. As I'm looking at this, the one thing that I see that comes through as a download is communication is really what you want to focus on with love, and being very direct and forward in the type of communication that you're putting out there. So if you like someone and you really want them to, you want to go on a date with them, this is about being bold enough to ask them. If you're married, it's about not being afraid to talk about maybe what's lacking in the relationship or what you want to try. And if you're single and happy, this is about using your power of persuasion to help you out perhaps in other partnerships, in friendships, and in work. So the main thing I'm getting, particularly because we have that Egyptian goddess there, Isis, it's about being empowered, and she's a very sort of psychic god as well. In some paintings you see like really expressive and expansive eyes. So I want you to focus on intuition, okay? So with that being said, let's take a look at the Destiny card, which we have a nice Archangel Michael deck here that I'll be looking at, helping us through any challenges that might be coming our way. This card flew out and wants to be read. It says, forgive yourself, you've done nothing wrong. So this is for those of you that are very, very either type A or hard on yourself, or have been raised in a way where you're kind of doubting, are you okay? Are you working hard enough? All of this. And have you done something wrong? This is saying basically to be a little bit more gentle with the way that you're viewing yourself and treating yourself. And the prayer on here is basically asking for help in allowing you to feel more centered and at peace. Meditation would be really good for you. And if you're receiving a lot of criticism and it's not deserved, it's also about finding, like I said, that mother or father figure in your life that might be there to help you feel grounded, feel support, and feel loved. All right, let's review everything really quickly, and we'll wrap up the reading then. Your channeled information this month was to really be authentic, to be true to yourself, to be true to your goals. In doing so, you're going to basically earn the respect that you've been looking for without having to demand it. The catalyst this month was all about synergy and about trying to find relationships that aren't codependent, but rather are very balanced and where both sides have something to gain. As we looked at the cards this month, challenging beginning, no two ways about it, because you've got Five of Swords in the middle, it's reversed. It's a card of sometimes having a difficult go at accepting or working with what your current situation is. And if that's happening, that's actually a blessing, because this exhaustion, this frustration is going to give way to opportunities, and I believe you're going to have a doorway to step through. Either in your relationship or your work, something's going to shift. Be both willing and ready to be seen and to be put on the spot for something, because you'll either be asked about your expertise on a situation, or you'll be asked if you're ready to make a change. So don't shy away from that. These opportunities don't come up that often. It looks like you're also in a place where you've done a lot with getting into control of your finances or understanding what's going on. So stay on top of that, because your finances are in a little bit of flux this month. We have the Five of Pentacles and Two of Pentacles, both reversed. Five of Pentacles about feeling like perhaps someone didn't come through, and the Two of Pentacles about balancing out your needs with others. But the good news is a lot of intuitive and creative opportunities will be opening up, and you're very ready for these opportunities. Don't sell yourself short. As we expand the forecast one more time and look at everything, when we looked at your health cards, we had two notes. One, to get out and basically move your body. Also, in your thought process, to not get stuck, to move through difficult situations. On a mental level, to focus on synergistic opportunities, and then on a health level, to balance your diet, particularly when it comes to the type of greens that you're bringing in, vegetables, and you want to go all across the color and variety spectrum when it comes to that. So talk to a dietitian if you need it, but be a little experimental this month and try new types of food. When we looked at health, we'll look at wealth. Wealth is about possibly needing to put more money into supporting others this month, also making sure you take care of yourself, and if you have a financial advisor, to make sure that they're giving you the support that you need. When we looked at love, what you believe can happen. That's really what this is, magic manifesting. I keep wanting to say manifestation. But the more sort of like positive you feel about a person and or yourself, the better that relationship will be. The more self-doubt that you're taking and with you into a situation, the more the person's going to feel it. Finally, be kind to yourself. If you've had some situations pop up where you don't feel like you're happy with where you're at, everything happens as a lesson or as an opportunity. So find the blessing in it and don't beat yourself up. So I hope this was helpful for you. I really enjoyed looking at everything this month. With the Star as your crowning card, I'm very encouraged for the opportunities with Cancer. And I really love the Phoenix here in the Tower, showing me that whatever changes, however uncomfortable they may seem at the moment, whatever those are, they're going to be really good for you in the long run. So I would love for you to keep in touch with me. The easiest way to do that is to hit subscribe, and then there's also a little bell to sort of have notifications come through. So if you want to know when I've posted a new video, click on both of those, the subscribe and then that little bell notification. I also have a newsletter, which I send out typically on the 1st of the month, and sometimes periodically if there's something newsworthy. But that's the best way also to know if I've posted new videos. It'll go straight to your inbox with a link directly to your sign. So there'll be a link at the end or in the description below where you can find out how to subscribe to the newsletter. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter as well, so I'd love for you to join me there if you're active on social media. Finally, I just want to say thank you. All of the love, support, likes, subscribes, notes, all of the stuff that you guys do every month, I do read it. It does help me improve the channel, so please keep it coming. And know that I'm just as grateful for you as you are for this service. So, thank you so much. You have a lot of options here. For anybody that would like to support the channel, there'll also be a link in the description or at the end of the video that will allow you to support the channel with a donation. So with that being said, I just want to say thank you very much. Wishing you much love, abundance, and opportunity. And most importantly this month, I really hope you find the balance that wants to come through. So Satnam, Namaste, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you again next month. Bye-bye.